Did get Murphy out of the car, which is really good. He was in there for like an hour, and I don't know what the temperature is right now, but it's freezing. Probably in the close to 20 degrees right now. But as you can see, the door is open right now, and it is not going to be closed. It's super hard to move it, but the car is completely dead. You can see I got nothing, nothing, nothing. So I don't know what the deal is. Foot on the brake, nothing. I did try the reset to try to get some power back, but nothing. I'm just glad that the dog is out because that was scary. That was very scary to say the least. So, door slightly cracked there. I'm going to leave it there till roadside assistance gets here. But even now, I still can't open any of the doors. I have zero power. For a little bit, the screen was on when Murphy was in there, and I tried pulling off the tray here. Basically, got to get the emergency latches, which is a little bit different than in the Model 3 and Y, but was able to get some jumper cables on there. By the way, if you ever have to jump a Model S or X and it's set up like this, you only have a positive terminal here, and then you've got to hook up somewhere for a for the ground. So I ended up having to go all the way over here, found a spot that worked. There's really not a great place to jump this. That's really a pain. But basically what they did, the police came out and shoved an airbag right here behind the glass, shoved an airbag here, and got just enough room to push down on the weather stripping there to get a rod in to grab on the door handle. So that was really scary. Somebody was asking, can you imagine if that was your kids? No, I cannot imagine if that was my kids. And it's funny, I was thinking the whole time, which window am I going to break? And I was trying to be conscious of how much it's going to cost to replace the window. One of you replied that this window right here is $300. So if you're in an S or an X, break this window first because there's enough room there you can see that you could get your whole arm in there. So that's a good thing to know. But I can't close this door, and it's really the motors are all bound up because it's a motorized door, so you can't even really close it anyways. But the car completely died. So basically what happened is I got home, I took the dog with me to go get some lunch for my wife and I, and when I got home, I stepped out of the car and I had a warning about this seat back here. As you can see, this seat just slides. It does not lock in place. So I don't know what happened, but I cannot get that seat to lock in place. So I didn't think anything of it. But another warning came on, and I didn't read what it said. I just got out of the car. As soon as I shut the door and walked around, I came to get the dog out, and no matter how many times I pushed this, nothing. I've got absolutely nothing. Now, at the time, the screen was on and the HVAC was running, and I could hear the radio playing and all that. So, although I couldn't get in the car, I wasn't as concerned, just trying to figure out what the heck just happened. So, long story short, screens shut off, couldn't open any of the doors. I did try the rear hatch, couldn't get that open. So my next thought was to try to get access to this, which I did. So you basically got to pop this bad boy open and pull both of these straps out to release the hood. And then you just pull off this cover here, and then underneath here is where you can jump it. So that's for your positive. Terrible spot for a ground. There's really no great place for it. So you'll have to find a ground. I ended up having to bring the ground all the way over here, and I used that little bolt there. So not great setup for jumping that 12 volt. I have seen people upgrade to the lithium 12 volts. There's some aftermarket options for that. And after this experience, I'm thinking I need to look more into that because that was scary. So anyways, plugged that in, absolutely nothing. The only thing that happened was these lights came on. So that was a good indication that the 12 volt was dead, and that could have been the issue. But now that I have zero power, I don't know if the whole car just took a crap or what just happened, but the whole car is dead. It's a 2019 long range Model X that we have on loan. This is not our car. We didn't buy a Model X, but this was pretty awesome to it was pretty awesome to have for the last couple weeks, to be honest with you, until today. Funny story. So this car, hang on, this car I had because of all this ugly snow. I had this car parked down at the neighborhood pool overnight, so that way my driveway could be completely empty and I'd be able to get all the snow off. And this morning I went over there to go try to unbury it. I brought a shovel with me, ended up just climbing in the car. As soon as I could see out the windshield, I just put it in drive, didn't dig out. This thing's a beast in the snow. So if you're in snow country and you're considering a Model X, this car is really, really good on the snow. And then our neighborhood streets still aren't plowed or anything, so took it out to go get lunch. Zero issues. And I'm looking now at these front tires, and they look kind of worn. So that's pretty good. That's really good, and definitely not the same experience I had in the Model X, or I'm sorry, in our Model Y when we first got it and we got snow. It was terrible in snow. The tires that came on the induction wheels for the Model Y suck, and but I ultimately, oh, this is everybody. This, if you're in the Midwest, you know how awesome this moment is. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Awesome, fantastic. Can't wait to clear that up so I can get out of the driveway. Anyways, so yeah, we've upgraded the tires on the Model Y. We've had such awesome luck with those Verdestein tires, however you pronounce it. I don't even care. They're really good tires. They're on back order for months, so good luck getting them, but we've had great luck with them. This car, though, even with just the factory wheels on it, and I don't know if these are the factory tires or not that come on the Model X, but these are Continental Cross Sport Contact LX. So if anybody knows, that would be helpful. But even if you don't, this thing was a beast on the snow. No issues whatsoever. Best traction I think I've seen in a long time. I guess your kids playing in the street with the snow plow is not a good idea. So, anyways, yeah, that was a scary moment. So here's some things to think about. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's wrong with it. Roadside should be here in a couple hours to get the car. But basically that 12 volt crapped out and now nothing will come on. It had 42% as the car was locked. That was the last number I saw. So the battery pack has plenty of juice, but a 12 volt went out and caused all kinds of issues. Now, I have no idea how this is all supposed to work. So when that 12 volt goes out, it could be as simple as it just like set off a bunch of stuff and it just needs to be reset. I can't imagine that would have just like destroyed all the electronics in the car. Although I've owned a Land Rover before, and that is exactly what happens when the 12 volt has an issue. It kills all the electronics in the car. So, anyways, I'm just so thankful. Thanks to the Noblesville Police Department, who got out here pretty quickly and very graciously was able to open that door. And they did a really good job because if you look, you can't really see even where, let me turn this around here. You can't even see where they did all their work here. So basically an airbag here at the bottom, an airbag at the top, and then right around this area is where she had that rod she was sticking through there. Didn't even scratch that. Of course, didn't even scratch the window. So that was really awesome that they were able to get in there. So that's a good thing to know if you do have one. It is going to be scary how much they have to stretch this window because like you know in Teslas the window goes up into this channel, so it's really locked in place. That was kind of scary for a moment, but they did a good job, and it looks like Roadside is here, so they're gonna take this bad boy. But as much as I wanted to leave the live stream on when the police got here, I needed to go. So I apologize for cutting the last live stream short during all the drama and all the action, but I needed to take care of that and make sure I got the dog inside and warm. So Roadside is here. So that's the update for you. We're all safe and sound. We'll catch you guys later. Cheers.